All right, guys, DJ, Westmoreland Gamers Guild, the Guildmaster again. Down here in Ligioner, part of Ligioner Legion. Some of the other groups in Westmoreland County, you can play games with and stuff like that. I don't get here as much as I'd like to, but doing some Team Yankee today. We're playing counterattack with my friend Rob, correct?
Yes, sir.
Okay.
What's going on, everybody?
And right now he's playing Soviets, I'm playing Americans. This is my guard force. It's the first time they've been on the table since they've been finished. I'm basically in this deployment zone. We'll see how it goes. I haven't played in forever. I have like almost 45 points in reserves. There's an objective here in the wheat. And then Rob placed one over here, kind of out by this little shack. Our reserves come from that table edge apparently. And we'll just see how it goes, guys.
Yeah, this will be my first time playing the 25th Guards Division, Yuri Andropov.
Ooh.
So we will see how it goes. So getting this army put together and painted was one of my pandemic projects. I like how they turned out. We'll see how things go. I leave it in the hands of the dice gods.
Ooh, they are finicky. All right, we'll be back, guys.
All right, DJ.
All right, so relearning Team Yankee, turn one. And National Guard ain't looking too good right now. He moved up on the hill.
Would you like me to kind of take everybody through what happened on my first turn?
Yeah, go ahead.
All right, so I don't know how much, I can't remember how much we caught of my deployment. I have most of my BMP2 companies spearheaded out this way with the help of the Burns.
Yeah.
They all moved out this way. I moved my T-62Ms up onto the hill here.
Okay.
Moved my Shilkas up. Shilkas engaged the mortar tracks to no avail. We dropped some artillery. We dropped a line of smoke here from the Carnations.
Yep.
T-62s engaged the M60s to good effect.
Great
as you
effect.
can see.
Knocked all four out.
And also a little bit of extra fire that killed a mortar track. That was really it for my turn. On DJ's turn here, ambush popped down here. That's a rifle, mech rifle platoon.
Yep.
They popped, killed a couple Shilkas, bailed another. The Cobras popped up to shoot some tow missiles at my T-62s. They both missed, and my Gophers here took out one of the Cobras.
Knocked it right out of the air.
A little bit of back and forth here. We have two dead, two bailed T-62Ms, courtesy of the command element for the Pattons and the ITVs.
Yep.
And then we have DJ's reinforcements here.
And they whiffed hard.
3 dead BMPs, although I managed to make saves for all the units inside.
Out of 8 shots, only 3 hit. And then my pseudo scout platoon moved up, engaged, didn't really do much. And then I realized, learning again, these guys were in the trees, and I can't shoot through friendly infantry, so the guys in the forest really couldn't do much this turn. We're going to go on to Rob's top of turn 1. We'll just see what happens.
So we're off to the top of turn 2?
Yep.
And let's see what happens.
All right, we're back. So this is the Obama 2. A little bit more productive with the Americans. We pushed up with one of our infantry platoons.
Yes,
remount.
The Shilkas, the remaining Shilkas, the one that was bailed failed to remount, and the remaining guy ran.
Yep.
We had an infantry stand killed over here
by the mortars.
Exactly, by the mortars. Thank you. We had
the
ranged in marker. Thank you.
Yep.
We had a little shootout here. So DJ's reserve unit came on, got absolutely
massacred,
shot to pieces.
One ran away. Last one ran away from them.
The guy ran away. Their friends came on and got a little bit of revenge here, killed 2, bailed 1 on the T-62Ms. This guy failed to remount. We had the storms here that killed the CIC.
Yep.
So the 2 IC is now in command of what remains of the company. We had some BMPs that died over here. The infantry stayed pinned. My red company over here, they deployed out of the tracks to try to start holding that objective. Then there was the man of the hour.
The Air Cobra, the survivor, flew from the corner here, waved all the gopher shots, fired his salvo. However, You rolled amazingly well.
Yeah, you got most of the company under the template, but between only having one vehicle firing that salvo and some very, very hot rolling on saves, that entire turn I failed one infantry save.
Yeah, that really hurt me when you roll, and then...
Oh, there's a little extra here. The two bats moved up, and with a lucky shot, managed to take down
actually
one of
dropped
the Hinds, which came on. And so that's pretty much
your artillery ended up knocking out one of the other hammerheads, and the second hammerhead was actually knocked out by your 30 bike mics from your BIMP 2s.
Yeah, the ITVs are no longer, they have shuffled off this morning.
Yeah, they're not a thing now.
And to that point, that's going to take us to the top of turn 3. We will get you back at the end of the turn to let you know what's going on.
All right. All right, so that's the end of turn 3. All kinds of... Go ahead, go through your turn, Rob.
It's been an interesting turn.
Yeah.
So top of turn 3 for the Soviets. All 3 of my infantry units on the table.
Yeah.
2 motor rifle companies and my air assault company all failed to unpin. So they pretty much stayed where they were. We shifted the Hinds over here to take advantage of having some infantry in the open. Put those rotary machine guns to work.
Actually dropped 2 bases.
Yeah, managed to kill a rifle stand and a dragon stand. Shot at the command element to no effect. Managed to kill one of the bats and the last one ran.
Yeah.
Managed to kill 2 M60s over here. Failed the other 2, however, at the beginning of DJ's turn, he managed to remount both of them.
Yep.
And that was pretty much it. I mean, my artillery was fairly ineffective when it came to the bottom of 3 for DJ's turn. That's when things got kind of funny.
So when the Hinds opened up, before the valves disappeared, they knocked one out of the air. My infantry unpinned, moved into the building. My Humvees moved over because I can't drive through the pile of infantry pinned. This mech platoon moved up at a dash. The mortars pinned these guys again. Commander whiffed those shots at the guy on the hill. Those M60s fired 4 shots, only 1 hit.
And then I managed to bounce.
And then you bounced it. And then the Air Cobra Ace over here, unfortunately, was going to engage with his rotary gun. You fired your...
Yeah, the Gopher battery. It was almost a repeat of last turn. 8 shots, 4 hits. DJ made 3 of the saves.
Made 3
1
on fire.
Plus firepower, which I did manage to succeed this time. And so he finally met his maker.
He did. Oh, and one of my reserve mech platoons came on.
Yeah, infantry platoon, mech platoon came on in reserve.
So I just try to move them behind the trees.
Things are getting a little crowded over here, but as it stands right now, we have 3 more turns for DJ to try to knock me off that objective.
Yeah.
So this is getting to the point where it's going to get a little tricky for him.
Yeah.
We'll see what happens. We're on to the top of turn 4.
Yeah. It's going to be... All right, I went and called it on the bottom end of turn 4.
Turn 4, yeah.
Because at this point, everything was pretty much done. Go ahead and go through your turn, Rob. And
yeah, bottom of 4, I shifted the T-62s back here, up onto the hill to engage the mortar tracks, which I did to pretty good effect.
Very good effect.
Killed 2, failed 2. Engaged the remaining patents here with spirals from the BMP2s.
Yeah.
Managed to bail 2. Not quite successful, but there were enough RPGs within range over here with Blue Company, which finally unpinned.
Yes.
Deployed and deployed the rest of the company and finished off the M60s. I'm very well ensconced on that objective.
Yeah.
Having to, use one platoon to kind of munch your way through 2 entire companies and all their transports.
Yeah.
It just wasn't going to happen. Still have more than half of my T-62s active.
Yeah.
Engaged this platoon over here. Managed to kill one of the tracks. The infantry made their saves though.
But still pinned them.
Yeah. Infantry in the building was not engaged. Humvees were not engaged. Managed to kill the 2 IC with the storms over here. And managed to finish off the mortars. Killed the 2 bailed mortars with the spiral missiles from the Mi-24s. And the last mortar track ran for it, which was the end of your tank formation.
Yeah.
So you have no other reserves coming on. So in your final turn, you decided to play it out, see what was going to happen. You want to take them through that?
Yeah, it was very basic. I was going to dismount the other mech platoon here, but I was like, since I'm just going to go and withdraw, they just stayed in place. Over here, infiltrating the building, they engaged with the dragons. Actually knocked out one gopher. Infantry engaged the Soviet infantry. Didn't do much. These guys failed their pin check. They failed to bail and they ran. And since that was the last part of that formation, I actually had my mech platoon from the M60 formation reserve, so they can't even come on. Humvees moved up. They engaged the spirals, or what are those called again?
The storms.
The storms.
Yeah, the spirals are the missiles.
Okay. They engaged the storms. 50 cal actually bailed one of them out, which is kind of funny.
Managed to do it.
And after that, I called, oh, my FO, he's in good order. He's just hanging out.
Just hoping nobody noticed.
Yeah, he's whistling. He's look, comrade, do not shoot.
Yeah. So all in all, I think it was a challenging game for you. I mean, I guess my list is a pretty tough one. What lessons do you think you took away from it?
Well, if I'm going to be defender, maneuvering with these guys, they're all fast vehicles, but they're super light. And looking at my army, even though I have in excess of, 16 M60 battle tanks, there are no Abrams. But I have a lot of them. I think what I put in reserve really hampered me. Because I have a whole mech infantry company, which is great for defense, not so much for offense against a heavy vehicle list.
If I may offer my observation.
Yeah, go ahead.
So I think you may want to consider investing in at least one unit with Spearhead.
Yeah.
Especially with a mission like counterattack, because you have your deployment zone over here. I have this objective over
Yeah.
here. Now, if you saw in the beginning, I used my BRDMs
Yeah.
to spearhead up, put pretty much the entire motor rifle battalion as within very, very close cluster around it, which wasn't a big deal because I had the first movement.
Yeah.
And so I just dashed off this way and then dropped smoke to block line of sight.
Yeah.
If you have an objective outside of your deployment zone that you have to move to defend, that spearhead unit is very, very useful for pushing your deployment zone out and getting you much closer, so that I have to, instead of just moving on to the objective and holding it, I have to kick you off of it.
Yeah.
I would maybe consider what units you wanted to put in reserve. Maybe consider putting the AH-1s in reserve.
Yeah.
Just getting more tank firepower out on it might have made a bit of a difference because you chipped away at the T-62Ms.
Yeah.
But they were still more than half strength even at the end of the game.
Yeah.
And then just coming on piecemeal like this.
That was the roughest part because you had to be kind of hemmed in. I think too, like most Americans, I probably should maybe consider switching out the Air Cobras for the A-10. It's only a point difference because I took the Air Cobras with the TOW-2s, and they're actually like 9 points. So one more point gets you two A-10s.
Which have a better save, they're more survivable. They have an alternative to the TOW-2 to crack tanks with the
Avenger.
With the Avenger cannon.
Which would have actually probably helped immensely against the BIMP 2s. Because it's firepower 11. I think it's like 3 or 4 shots apiece. So, yeah. Other than that, it was a very enjoyable game. I definitely learned a lot getting back into Team Yankee. Thanks for the game. It was a very good game.
Thank you very much, and thank you everybody out there who is watching this. I hope you enjoyed it.
Yeah, you guys have any comments or critiques? Just throw it out there. We'll talk to you later. Have a good one.